Hello there, this is Burgnut speaking, and I'm reviewing something very special today. You see, back in the day, I know all of us would have to go to the computer lab and do some kind of tests, and I know that all of us needed something to do after we were done, and there was that one kid who took 30 minutes to complete his test for some reason. A lot of us wasted our time on cool math games with games like Papa's Burgeria. I know some of us liked to play Happy Wheels, and then the teacher got mad at us and banned our computer privileges for a week. Good times. And I know a lot of us also enjoyed this game called Superfighters. As the game suggests, you basically just fight your opponents, but you've got a lot of ways of doing so. The game relies on a lot of luck, but all the weapons have different feels to them. You've got things like the pistol that is just basically a pistol, or you got the Uzi that shoots a bunch of bullets out in a sprayed line. Or you've got the shotgun, which is very reliable for taking people out up close. Or my personal favorite, the bazooka. The modes include a single-player campaign that gets very, very difficult very, very fast. But once you get through all of it, you unlock the Joker as a playable character. Weird choice. Okay, it's called the Funnyman, but come on, we can all tell what that looks like.
I'm the Joker, baby!
You've also got this wave-based survival mode that, although I haven't really dabbled much in it, it does seem pretty fun. You just basically last as long as you can. But my advice for you, if you're ever crowded by a bunch of enemies, just jump kick. Jump kick is the most broken strategy you can use in this game. If you're ever being gangbanged by a bunch of fists, just jump kick. It works in real life too. But overall, Superfighters is a pretty solid Flash game, and the controls are remarkably easy to get used to. Which the next game will not have that advantage. Superfighters Deluxe came out in 2018, and this game expands the features like tenfold. There is so much new stuff. There's like a billion new weapons. You can punch and kick in midair. You can grab. Something's going on in my house. I think there's a bomb. And they even added online multiplayer, but literally everyone is better than me. But hey, if any of you want to play with me, I guess I can kick your ass for a little bit. The controls in this game are a little bit too complicated in my opinion. When you get used to the quick and easy controls of the original, Superfighters Deluxe can feel a bit crowded to get used to. You got so many different commands and so many different things to do. I had to change the keybinds like 5 times in order to get one that felt comfortable to me. It is possible to play with a controller though, but it just doesn't feel right to me. But hey, if any of you guys want to get it, it's only like... How much does it cost again? It's not telling me, fucker. It's not fucking telling me. $10, okay. And I mean, if you want to get it, it's only $10, and the online community is somewhat active. You'll pretty much always find a server, but it'll probably have like 2 or 3 people in it. But hey, if I convince any of you guys to get it, I can have more people to play with. Sounds nice to me. Other than the weapons though, the maps actually feel a lot more detailed with a lot more features. Sometimes you'll find buttons that activate certain things in the environment. Parts of the stage are a lot more destructible now, and with the new controls, it's a lot easier to traverse sometimes. You can grab onto ledges and hop up. Ladder climbing is much faster, etc. And this game's single-player campaign is really, really hard. You need to get really used to the controls to stand any chance in these challenges. They will test your ability very, very well. It feels like a fair challenge, but sometimes you'll get caught in a bad situation where you're like stuck between like 30 men and they just pile on you. But I definitely recommend the sequel over the original, considering the original requires Flash Player or some sort of third-party download, which is what I had to do. And despite the game not being very intensive, it kind of lagged a little bit on my end, but still, it's fun to play. But the sequel is definitely much improved if you're willing to pay $10 for it, and if you're willing to deal with the very inactive online player base. But it's a very fun time, and I recommend it. The first game was very nostalgic to go back to, considering I played it all the time in middle school on the school computers whenever like the teacher didn't have anything for us to do. I'd invite some friends over to my table and we would just sit there and kick each other's asses. It's such a great time. And the sequel I got like a year ago, it took me a while to understand it, but ever since I have, it's been a great time hopping online. I want to see this game get a professional like fighting game community. I want to see this game get its own meta. You know what I mean? I want to see people get good at this. Like, how people have mastered games like Melee or something. I want to see the wave dash in Superfighters Deluxe is my point here. If you noticed this video was a more casual than you might have expected out of a review, that's mainly because I'm trying to inject myself more into my content. And I'm trying to experiment with different ways of making it, so hang on as I figure everything out. But with that being said, thank you, this has been The Burger, and goodbye.